Well, so this is a video I kind of was not looking forward to making. Yeah, so Mindeye recently came out a few days ago, and honestly, well, it's certainly something. I mean, honestly, there's like 20 other videos just talking about how bad this game is. So this is like the 21st. Yeah, so Mindeye recently came out and was developed and released by Build a Rocky Boy Studios and was notable for being produced by Leslie Benzies, who used to work on the Grand Theft Auto series before he left. He kind of had this other project that was going around a bit back, but I guess it wasn't cool enough to really be talked about that much. Apparently, Mindeye was, and well, people played this game, and honestly, this game is just really trash. So I'm not gonna just taunt and make fun of the game for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna be talking about what was so disappointing about this game. Now, this is not a full on review because I did not complete this game. I got halfway through the story before I just finally gave up on it. So, this is going to be a more of a thoughts video. So, yeah, kind of the same thing as a review, but not a full on review. So, I guess what really drew me into this game? I guess it was the guy who worked on this. Mindeye did seem interesting. I mean, the game is about a guy trying to find answers for his past, and on paper, that's actually really good. In execution, it was somewhat good. The pacing of this game just feels really off. And, I don't know. I guess let's start with the story. The story got disappointing after a bit. I mean, he's working with this company, and it just kind of feels like after a bit, this just kind of gets pushed to the background as something else happens. And I'm not claiming that like I know how to write stories. I'm not claiming that anything that I've ever played has been like absolutely perfect. No, there's been some stuff that's just been like bad or just okay. Mindeye, on the other hand, is just. It really just feels like they tried taking everything about Cyberpunk, Grand Theft Auto, Watch Dogs, and Call of Duty and just tried making it into something new, but really just failed to understand what made those games good in the first place. These ruins that Jacob discovers, and like it's about some ancient civilization, and I'm just looking at my screen like, why is this in the game? This is completely out of left field, and just again, yeah, it just felt out of left field and just felt like they were pulling it out of nowhere just to make the game more interesting, and it just like why? I mean, this isn't like some huge sci-fi game like Mass Effect, or Halo, where, yeah, okay, it's understandable. I mean, Mass Effect, yeah, it's about a group that went extinct, and Commander Shepard kind of is finding out the truth behind this. Or Halo, well, I've only played Infinite. It feels like it would make sense in Halo, because, the game from the get-go is very sci-fi. This one, yeah, there's sci-fi elements, like cars and such, and technology, but just feels like, what? This just felt out of nowhere, and I don't know. Then there's the correct time events, and the correct time events are just like, why? And this is part where you gotta do CPR on this one guy, and the process of doing this is the most tedious thing in the game. Like, I really wish I was kidding. Like, I failed this correct time event so many times, and I'm like, okay, am I just that horrible at the game? And so I look online, I'm like, oh no, other people are having issues with this, and most of them are funny. Like, I've seen that this is how you don't play, and it's a hilarious video. But other people, I'm like, yeah, it kind of sucks that they had to deal with that. And this is where I initially gave up on the game for the first time because I could not get past this. It's not until I found one random Reddit comment about when, so, and it's just telling me, yeah, just hold down L2 or R2 and press the R1 and you'll get it. Okay, so I tried it with L2, didn't get it the first time, but that's also because my left hand isn't my dominant one. So I tried with my right hand, I'm like, okay, it works this time. And, okay, so the game goes smoothly, you know, there's some boring missions, but then get stuck on the stealth part, and it's just like, yeah, this is not fun. And then the mission I gave up on is where you're trying to get Rigby and Silver away from these people shooting at you and these robots. And, like, the first time it's just like, yeah, you abandoned him. I'm like, how? And the second time it's like, yeah, you abandoned him again. And what sucks is that the game's checkpoints really do not feel like checkpoints. Like, it just feels like they'll, like, I don't know. With Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead, which I'm not trying to compare it to this game because a lot of people have been comparing this to the GTA series, but I'm just going to say the GTA series is actually a lot better about its gameplay and checkpoint system. This game just kind of feels like they like the idea of checkpoints, but don't want to actively use them. Because there's been many parts where I just had to replay minutes of the game just to get back to where I was. And what sucks is that, well, you can't skip the cutscenes. If you fill a part, guess who's going to be watching the cutscene? That CPR moment, I honestly absolutely hate. With, like, I'm willing to say this is my all-time least favorite game. And I literally just canceled my worst and least favorite games of last year because I realized how stupid that list was. Mindsye is just an absolute incompetent mess of just everything. And I haven't even got to the bugs. I didn't experience too many bugs. Like, I had that drone crash, but I think that was a part of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a crash because, like, I was hearing so much about the game crashing or just basically being buggy. I mean, the worst I've dealt with was like frame rate issues, which, okay, yeah, that kind of does suck, but at the same time, I got used to those with Skyrim. I shouldn't say I got used to those because it's Skyrim, but at the same time, I mean, if you play Skyrim, you kind of know what you're getting. And then there's just the dialogue. There's this part where you act like you're driving in a game, and it's just like, that's the most dumb line I've ever heard in a game. Like, wow. I, that's just completely. I played Lollipop Chainsaw last year and I hated sounded dialogue. Mindeye just made everything in my body just automatically shut down because of how bad that line was. This is kind of devolving more into a spiritual successor to the Skyrim rant, which I'm kind of all for. So I guess next up, the gameplay. The gameplay wasn't too bad. Yeah, the game lacks an open world. I don't frankly care too much, but it kind of does suck if you pick this one up thinking that you can drive throughout the desert, steal a bunch of cars, and commit mayhem. Well, I mean, you can drive cars, but, I mean, I feel bad for anyone who actually got this game thinking that it was going to be like GTA. Like, honestly, Watch Dogs came out, like, back in 2013, and wasn't, like, it wasn't the best, but, like, honestly, looking back, that game was not as bad. And I played it last year, and I'm like, oh, that's definitely a good game. This one, honestly, this one's like stubbing a toe multiple times, you know, after you break it or something, or kickboxing a refrigerator, well, kickboxing, or just like throwing down a bunch of rusty nails on your stairs and stepping on them. Like, playing this game is absolute torture. And I'm saying this as someone who's actually platinum Skyrim 7 times, who's actually played a bunch of Grand Theft Auto and hunted for new achievements, and who, played Skyrim on this channel. Like, I kind of know a lot about torture in games, and Mindeye is just flat out torture. Honestly, don't buy this game. Like, I'm not even joking at this point. If you're looking for something good to play, I just suggest getting the Cyberpunk games, Watch Dogs, I mean, get Assassin's Creed. Like, honestly, they've had better open worlds than this one. And what sucks is that you only get to experience the open world into, like, a portion of the game. And what even sucks more is that the side content that is just kind of really boring. Then the pre-order stuff, like, I had to talk about DLC that's going to launch later this year. Okay, how come this wasn't in the original game then? Like, why cut out content and put it into DLC? I mean, sure, that's would have made the game like 10 times worse if they still had it in the game, because, I mean, it's like basically taking a sandwich that got stepped on and putting it with another sandwich that got stepped on. I mean, both just look automatically horrible. I mean, sure, that second sandwich might have some sprinkles on it or something else that might make it taste better, but, a sandwich that got stepped in with a boot still is going to taste like a sandwich got stepped on with a boot, even if you put some nice stuff onto it. Honestly, my final thoughts on Mindeye is just, well, it's a discount Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Cyberpunk, and Watch Dogs. It's probably the worst game I've played of this entire year, and probably one of the worst games I've played ever. Even games I actively disliked, like Lollipop Chainsaw and Call of Duty Black Ops 6, are still games that I actually did have fun playing, and actually am looking forward to be playing them again. This one honestly made me regret spending the money on this one. Like, honestly, if my local GameStop told me that that they were out of copies and would refund me, I wouldn't complain. Like, I pretty much spent like $9 on this game because like the rest of it was like gifts and such, and I still feel like I paid too much for this game. I mean, if I got digital, I could have got a refund. Oh yeah, that's the fun thing. Sony, out of all the people, are giving people refunds on this game. The last time they did this was Cyberpunk 2077, because that came out and just ruined everyone's day. It's like the drunk uncle that shows up at your kid's birthday party, just completely ruins it with some random rant about how, like, the government is tracking him down, and he just passes out in a backyard and eats the cake. That's what Mindeye is. It's that intoxicated uncle that just ruins everything. But that's all I have to say for this one. So, of course, thankful for watching, and have a wonderful Father's Day, everyone. See you all next time.